So this is a video that I wasn't planning on making. Honestly, I thought there were enough people with enough voices talking about this situation that I wouldn't need to add to it. That was until YouTube released their official response about 2 or 3 hours ago at the time of this recording, and it was so bad, so bafflingly bad, that I realized there will never be too many voices talking about this situation until something substantial actually happens to change this life-threatening thing that happened. I'm going to try not to be too pissed off in this video, but that is the main reason why I'm making this video, is because I am pissed off. I'm not a drama channel. I don't consider this drama. This is a crime, and I realize that this is not the typical topic that I talk about on this channel, so even though a lot of you know what I'm talking about, I will back up and sort of explain what the situation is and how we got here. So there's a massive YouTuber named SSSniperwolf who is a reaction channel. I thought reaction channels died out in like 2015 at the latest, but apparently they're still around, still kicking. Bafflingly. She makes videos reacting mostly to TikTok videos without typically crediting the creator. She also does not provide really much commentary at all. You could say that it's non-existent, honestly. In fact, a lot of the commentary that she does provide has been documented to come from the TikTok comments or even the captions itself. Heck, sometimes she even takes the punchline from a video that she's reacting to, cuts out the punchline from the video, and says it herself as if she came up with it. She's a genius. Now, SSniperwolf's content is lazy. We can agree on that. But that doesn't make me angry. I don't care about content being lazy. This video is lazy. I'm recording it on my phone for a reason I'll explain later on. Lazy content is fine, in my opinion, as long as you're doing it ethically, and it really feels like SSniperwolf isn't, and really never has. With, again, the main problem being that she takes videos that she's reacting to these videos, she takes them, steals them effectively because she's not crediting the creators hardly ever. She is doing nothing original but passing it off as if she is, and then reaping the rewards, the monetary gain from doing this content, while the actual creators usually don't see anything. So that's the long and short of SSniperwolf's channel. That's all you need to know, other than the fact that YouTube really fucking loves her. Enter Jacksfilms. Jacksfilms is, I would consider to be like one of the OG creators here on YouTube. He has for years had this sort of a crusade against content theft and towards this idea of crediting the creators. He's been very pro credit, which is like such a weird thing to say. It feels like everyone should be that way. So he started a YouTube channel called Jacksfilms, which is a play on SSSniperwolf. And at first he did parody videos, sort of mocking the fact that she really doesn't add anything to the videos that she's commentating over, but it has since evolved into a commentary channel of itself, giving genuine critiques and commentary over SSniperwolf's reaction videos, pointing out how they are nothing. They are less than nothing. Not only that, but also him and his chat seek out the original creators of the videos that she's reacting to and try and shout them out and put their names and links in the description to try and sort of reclaim some of the power, I guess, that the original creators don't have when SSniperwolf is doing her reaction videos. And from there, it sort of spiraled into SSniperwolf Bingo, which is basically like showing how repetitive and predictable her videos are. I've seen a couple of these videos. I think they're fine. I do think Jack is pretty lenient about what considers what qualifies as being able to tick it off on a bingo card, but you know what? That's neither here nor there. You got to keep the game rolling, and you got to keep your chat engaged. I get that. I mean, I don't, because I'm not a streamer, but I can imagine. So that is sort of the situation that had been going on for the last couple of months, until last week, when SSniperwolf went onto her Instagram page with millions of followers, went outside of Jack's house, took a photo of it, and posted it to her Instagram, again, with millions of followers, with a caption that said something along the lines of, let's talk about this, let's talk like adults, let's hash this out like adults. Sort of, you could argue, a vague threat, especially when you're posting a photo of their house that you're in front of without them knowing that you're there. That is a crime. So just to jump in here, because I was getting a little emotional at this point, doxing in and of itself is not a crime in the United States, but it can be considered a crime if it is used to harass or intimidate someone. Like, for example, showing up at their house unannounced and issuing what I would genuinely consider to be a vague threat, to be honest. I feel like that could very obviously be considered harassment or intimidation. Definitely intimidation, in my opinion, and I am not a lawyer, obviously. Understandably, Jack was very shaken up by this. I would be too. He never gave her his address. She found it online. And then she had the fucking audacity to claim that he posted it to Google, as if that was like, oh, he wanted me to find it. That's not how Google works, you dunce. You were actively searching for his address, an address he's never publicly posted anywhere. For safety reasons, you might say. So like I said, this happened about a week ago. Since then, YouTube has been pretty quiet, except for the one tweet they made, which I'm sure was just scheduled out and posted by some intern who had no idea what was going on. And it was something along the lines of, what if I made a reaction video to a reaction video? Would that be too meta? Well, I would be careful with that, YouTube. If you did that, SSSniperwolf might dox you. So I was getting a little too heated and had to find a way to calm down, so we did go and buy the Krispy Kreme Scooby-Doo donuts, which our town has been out of for ever since they were released. So they're finally here, and we're gonna eat them. This is the content you guys come here for. Like, I was planning on making a lot of Scooby-Doo related videos this month, and I still hope that I can. But I really felt like I needed to make this video. I made another video a couple months ago about the whole Illuminati thing and YouTube plagiarism. So it's maybe not out of left field for me to cover something like this, but I would much rather be talking about a cartoon dog, to be honest. Something that I hadn't thought about in regards to this whole situation that was sort of brought to my attention thanks to a video by Swell Entertainment. I'll have that linked below. Great channel. She said in her video that when you are a popular woman creator online, sometimes you will have fans who will want to do something for you, sort of like in your honor, to prove that they're worthy of your attention, to prove that they're worthy of you, let's say. It's really gross, it's really creepy, but that's sort of the reality of it sometimes. And from their perspective, they could see this whole situation as SSSniperwolf dealing with a bully, with someone who's harassing her, and so they, the fan of SSSniperwolf, will want to go and sort of take care of that, if you will, and help her and do something to sort of defend her, and that thing might be violent, and they would want to do that again to prove that they're worthy of SSSniperwolf's attention, to prove, or even just to get on her radar, to say, look, I did this thing for you, look how nice I am, look how good I am, reward me with something, SSSniperwolf, as your fan who defended you. These are not mentally healthy people, obviously, but when you are a huge creator like SSSniperwolf is, that sort of thing is not out of the realm of possibility. It's extremely possible. So like a whole week goes by, right? People trying to bring this to YouTube's attention, lots of people making videos about it, like I said, and YouTube is pretty much silent on this specific instance. Obviously, they talk about, some people have gotten them to talk about their policies about doxing and about behavior off of the YouTube platform, because that was another thing that people were saying, is that like, well, how can YouTube punish her? She did this on Instagram. She didn't do this on YouTube. That really doesn't matter. YouTube has a long history of punishing people, taking away their channel, taking away their platform on YouTube for stuff they did outside of YouTube. So there's tons of precedent for them taking away someone's channel, even if the behavior that they did that was wrong and a crime was off of their platform. They just don't want to do it to SSSniperwolf because she makes them lots of money, and it sucks. But eventually they did. I mean, just like I said, a couple hours ago, as of when I'm recording this, they did finally release a response. They issued a response to Jacksfilms specifically about this situation, and this is what they said. Confirming SSNiperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community. This part fucking sucks. And the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. I have so many thoughts about this, YouTube. What do you mean, both sides? By the way, if throughout this video you see me sort of smirking and smiling and trying to laugh things off, that is not because I am trying to make light of this situation. It is just how I handle big emotions that I have. I can't help it. I try and laugh my way through things. Otherwise, I would be steaming mad and yelling this entire time. So I apologize if it comes off as insensitive. That is not my intent. This sucks. So first of all, just to sort of address what I was talking about previously about off-platform actions, they very do specifically say off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community. That's great. I agree with that. It does. That's about the only good thing they said, and it was a T-ball, man. It was just the easiest thing they could have said. The rest of this is bad. First of all, a temporary monetization suspension. Temporary monetization suspension. Not even a temporary suspension from the platform. Temporary suspension from making money on the platform. I think you should just take the channel down completely. Which, by the way, I didn't even touch on this. SSNiperwolf, like the same day, made like a post about how she thinks she should get a restraining order from Jacksfilms. You're the one who showed up at his house unannounced. He needs to get a restraining order from you if he doesn't have one already. But whatever. Temporary monetization suspension should just be taken off the platform. Genuinely. And I don't say that lightly. This is gross. This is creepy. This is dangerous, what she did. And then they say the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. They both sided this issue. YouTube said both sides are bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, now again, I'm trying not to be too steamed up about this, even though inside I am boiling. But if I were to give this the most generous reading, you could theoretically claim that they mean both sides as in on the platform and off-platform behaviors like this ruin the community. That is a very generous take, but what it reads like is them saying both sides harm the community on YouTube, as in both Jacksfilms' side and SSNiperwolf's side. Both of them are doing things that harm the community. That's what it reads like. That's how everyone is reacting to this. It's literally trending on Twitter right now. The phrase both sides is trending because of this exact thing. The problem I have with giving this a very generous reading is that they had a full week to craft this message. And this is what they came up with. They had a full week. And they came up with this, which is unclear at best. And at worst, it's blaming both an actual commentary YouTube channel for doing commentary as equally as bad as another channel literally doxing the other one. Those two things are not equal. And then the kicker on all of this is that final sentence, hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. What do you mean by that? Genuinely. What do you mean by that? That's not rhetorical. What do you think YouTube means by that? I know what I think they mean by it. I think they mean everyone please stop talking about this because it's making us look bad because we are not going to do anything to punish SSNiperwolf for doing what, again, is an incredibly dangerous and harmful thing to another creator. I would love for YouTube to expand upon that last sentence because hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. What place? What conversation? This isn't a conversation. This is us as creators and plenty of people as fans as well saying, if you do not punish this behavior, you are creating, you are fostering what is an unbelievably unsafe atmosphere on your platform by saying you can do this and you're going to get a slap on the wrist. You just can't make money off of your videos for a week or two, or however long it is. This response from YouTube basically says to me, they don't see this as anything serious. They genuinely don't. And that's the part that has made me want to make this video. Because, again, I don't think there will be too many people talking about this until actual actions are taken. Actual actions by YouTube to remove this person from their platform. Because, again, if they don't, this is a platform that is now saying we're okay with this. We're not okay with it. You know, we're not going to say you can do it. It's still against our terms and service. But what's the punishment for it? Not really much of anything, to be honest with you. SSSniperwolf also made a response. It was pretty much a bunch of nothing, but I'll try and put it on the screen if I can. Again, I'm recording this from my phone, and the reason is because my camera broke. And then a couple days after that, my computer broke, so I'm trying to figure out a way to record and edit these videos to make them very simple and easy to put up. And I just want to say this. When my camera died, I thought, well, at first I thought this sucks, but then I thought maybe I will try to record stuff on my phone, have it be more relaxed. Maybe I'll even go record a video outside. It's been some nice weather recently here for me. Filming a video outside would be different and fun, and I wouldn't have to worry too much about the lighting and everything like that. And so I just thought, why not try something else, try something different? But now, with this whole situation, I'm not even involved in this situation, but I don't feel comfortable enough filming in my own backyard because I don't want to post that to a platform that says we're not going to punish people for doxing creators. We're not going to punish other creators for doxing. And I don't even think I have any enemies to worry about. I mean, I don't think so. You never know. Then again, I am bi and agender, so of course people innately hate me just for existing. Obviously, I wasn't ever going to film in front of my front door with my address right in front of it, but I figured, oh, the backyard with trees and grass, like what could go wrong there? It'd be fun. And now I'm just like, I don't why would I even risk it? And I'm not trying to, again, this situation doesn't even involve me. I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just saying it has an effect on, if it has an effect on me, it has an effect on so many other creators. I guarantee it. So many other people are watching the situation unfold right now. So many other creators on this site are watching this, and they're thinking to themselves, YouTube is doing nothing. They're going to do a slap on the wrist for SSSniperwolf, and that's it. And then if more stuff like this happens, which it will, there's precedent now that, oh, if you make them enough money, it doesn't really matter, does it? So I think those are all my thoughts on this situation. I tried not to be too yelly about it, and I definitely slipped up at some points. And again, I know this is not the content that I make. I make goofy videos about cartoons and comic books, and I'm gonna make a video about these Scooby-Doo donuts, and Emily and I are gonna eat them immediately after this video because I need some good. This video does not have a sponsor. That felt weird to make this video sponsored. So if you just like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Maybe consider throwing some money at me on Patreon so I can fix my computer and camera. That would be great, actually. But at the very least, I don't expect everyone to be nice and kind to each other, but can we at least respect each other's privacy a little bit more? Sparta has something to say about that. What do you think? He's over here. He says he agrees. All right. Sorry for this. Bye.